According to a recent breaking news, Real Madrid teenage duo of Arda Guler and Endrick failed to train ahead of Chelsea clash due to physical issues. We are going to be detailing you through that on this episode as we progress. And shortly after that, we'll quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day, as the Merengues clash against Chelsea for tonight is under threat due to some tropical storm and bad weather. We are going to be discussing you detailedly on that in this episode as we progress, so please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss out on our daily Real Madrid update. Less than 12 hours remain before Real Madrid take to the field in the United States for their third and final time in the preseason. Heading into the clash, there is a feeling that the men in white desperately need a win. After all, their opening games against AC Milan and Barcelona both ended in defeat, and the UEFA Super Cup is less than 10 days away. Real Madrid are already in Charlotte for the third preseason friendly against Chelsea and will face off against the London-based side at the Bank of America Stadium. Ahead of the game, however, Arda Guler and Endrick did not train with the group as revealed by Malcolm Lewis. Both players suffered muscle overloads, and while the training sessions are still ongoing, the injuries are not serious according to reports. The Merengues will exercise caution over their use. It thus remains to be seen if the young duo participate against Chelsea later today or are rested for the friendly fixture. Notably, both Guler and Endrick started against Barcelona in the El Clasico, while the Turkish star had a decent outing. The Brazilian phenom struggled to leave his mark on the game. The Real Madrid US tour so far has largely been marred by poor weather conditions. El Clasico, in fact, was even suspended mid-game owing to thunderstorms and heavy rainfalls. When asked to comment on both players' performances during the ongoing preseason tour, Ancelotti only had words of praises for both young talents. As the coach said, he loves to train both players because they learn easily. They are very obedient and want to improve, which is one of the main factors why he enjoys working with both players. According to other reports, Arda Guler, who was last season mostly injured, returned to preseason this time around in one of the best physical shapes in the dressing room. The youngster is widely tipped to get a more bigger role at Real Madrid this season. Also for Endrick, although he hasn't quite hit the ground running, he will also be an important part of Carlo Ancelotti's plan, with the team gearing up for a very long season where they are going to participate for at least 75 games if they are to play in all finals in every competition. It is left to be seen whether both players do make an appearance against Chelsea later tonight, or Ancelotti will prepare them for the UEFA Super Cup clash and choose not to take any risks tonight. So having discussed and concluded with that, we are now going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day, as the Real Madrid clash, which is expected to take place tonight, as we have earlier said, is under threat due to heavy thunderstorms and tropical weather. We are going to be discussing you detailedly on that in this episode. Real Madrid are not having best of luck with the weather on their tour of the United States. For their match against AC Milan in Chicago, there was a threat of thunderstorm, although it was not too high. In the end, it did not materialize and the game was played without any problems. But in New Jersey, Real Madrid did have to suffer the inclement weather as rain and lightning struck 12 minutes into the Clásico against Barcelona. As we earlier said, the match had to be stopped for almost an hour and a half, although it was eventually completed. Now, as reports emerged from Spanish publication Diarios RS, who are now stating that Real Madrid could encounter further weather issues that could threaten their final friendly of the United States against Chelsea tonight. Indeed, the match is set to be played in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is under threat of tropical storm Dede, moving from the Caribbean Sea and made landfall this Monday in Tallahassee, in the northwest of the state of Florida. However, for now, the threat is only limited to Florida and South Carolina, although considering that Charlotte is only 600 kilometers from Tallahassee, where Dede is said to make landfall, nothing can be ruled out at this juncture. There was already a prediction of a lot of rain in Charlotte this week, more so on Tuesday when the Real Madrid and Chelsea game is set to take off. Now, on top of that, there is the threat of tropical storm Dede looming. It must be remembered that the protocol in the United States states that if lightning strikes within an 8-mile radius of the stadium, teams go to the locker room and fans must take cover for at least half an hour. Each lightning strike in that area resets the clock, and until there is no lightning strike for half an hour within those 8 miles, the game cannot be replayed, something that was very evident against Barcelona. However, if the game is set to be played, Carlo Ancelotti has recovered a handful of players in his presence with the return of Vinicius Jr., Rodrigo Goes, and Eder Militao. It is widely expected that the lineup against Chelsea is the best of all three in which Real Madrid have lined up in the ongoing US tour. More updates will follow. Stay tuned so you do not miss out. So, having discussed and concluded with that, we have now come to the end of today's interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss out on our daily Real Madrid update. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.